What is up, guys? Here to bring you a review of Nanbaka episode 2. Yet again, another hilarious, entertaining, enjoyable episode, man. I am really enjoying this series. It's very funny for me. I know a lot of people aren't gonna find it as funny as I do. It's not gonna be a Nichijou. It's not gonna be a Daily Lives of High School Boys. It's not gonna be a Gintama, but overall, man, it is a very fun series so far. Usually with these kind of comedies, a romance would be suited for the main character, but in this case it wasn't, which was a little nice surprise in my opinion, man. I like that little difference for this anime, man. Very, very nicely done. The Warden, who we get introduced this episode, well, she was introduced last episode, but this one, a little bit more screen time for her. And I gotta say, man, she is fucking kawaii. I love her. I love her. And I love her reaction when we find out that she likes Hajime. No. There's a little story to this. I thought Hajime was our main character with the different colored eyes. I thought it was him, so I was like, alright, typical. I didn't hate it. I was just like, alright, typical. And then I was like, oh, no, wait, Hajime is actually the warden for Cell 13. I was like, oh, okay, this just got way fucking better. I just love the warden's reactions every single time he talks. He accidentally touches her. It's fucking hilarious because her face becomes a chibi face, so it's fucking funny. And I love how when she's shaking, when she's kind of like infatuated, when he's nearby, both him and the warden's I guess that's her guard, the guy that looks like a monkey, they think she's mad. So yes, it's a typical romance in which we know they like each other, but most likely they won't get together for the comedic purpose. Now this episode wasn't as funny as the first, though. I'll give it that. I felt like this episode was a little bit more slower, because that second half, it was just pretty much summarizing why they were there without progressing anything. It wasn't as funny as the first half. So, I'm not going to say I hated it, but it was slower, in my opinion. We just get told that our prisoners, the 4 main prisoners in Cell 13, that they tried escaping, and the reason they're not escaping this one is because they just feel comfortable here. They just feel like they're at home. And one little thing I do want to mention is at the very end, when they're talking to each other, saying, it is really comfortable here, we should just stay here and feel at home. Each character had like a little flashback, one scene for their flashback. And for Jugo, if he was born in prison, does that mean we all know his father's a criminal, so he should be in his prison too? But does that mean Jugo's mother in prison too? What happened to Jugo's mother? If he was born in prison, as what this episode implies, or maybe he was just arrested as a baby, but what does a baby do to get him arrested? I'm predicting that he was born in prison, which would make her mother a criminal also. So where is she? Where did she go? Is she dead? Is she locked away with with his father? Where is she? I also do hope that the romance between Hajime and the warden does evolve. It gets somewhere. It was hinted so much in this episode, and it's so adorable. I want to see it progress ASAP. If it doesn't, we riot. And one more thing, we also get introduced to the other guards for the other cells. I'm not gonna sure if any one of them are gonna play an important role, but one of them did get a lot of screen time. The guy with the gray hair, silver hair, he got some screen time. There's also a drag queen. There's also this robot-looking guy. There's a lot. So we'll see what roles they'll have. It's most likely comedic, but we'll see if there's any actual plot involved later in this series. It is enough to make me keep watching. The comedy is good enough. But I would really like to see some plot progression. That would be a plus. It's already a good series for me. Enjoyable, entertaining. But I want to see some plot. Let's see. Let's add some more. That's what I'm hoping for. We barely got any screen time for our main 4 characters this episode. It was mostly focused on Hajime and the warden and their relationship. So I am glad they got some screen time, which means next week we'll get a lot of screen time for our main 4 characters and that mystery guy at the very end, the guy with the blonde hair. Now, during the flashback scene I was talking about at the very end, when I said that Jugo was born in prison, there was this guy with blonde hair also, but we didn't see his face. We were looking at him from his back. So is it him? There are some questions that are left unanswered this episode. We will see next week. Hopefully they get answered. Great episode. Very funny. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. See you on the next video, guys. Sayonara.